Okay. It's like the fourth time. I'm Ethan, and from the looks of it, you can probably, without even looking at my wheel, probably assume what it's like. And if you can't, then that's perfectly fine. I've had plenty of people mistake my metaphorical wheel plenty of times in the past. But I'm first going to talk about my coming to America story and my coming to Seattle story, because it'll be probably more brief than my wheel. So basically, some 200 years ago, my ancestors just came from Great Britain to America, and I actually didn't learn this from my parents or my grandparents or anything. I learned it from the 23andMe, or the Ancestry, I don't remember which one, but I learned it from that, and actually I learned some pretty interesting stuff too, like how I have some Scandinavian roots, I have some Egyptian roots, so that's pretty cool. And then that's basically it. That's all I could figure out. I couldn't get any answers from my grandparents or my parents, because obviously 200 years ago is a long time, and the message apparently didn't carry out through those years. Well, I come to Seattle story, pretty simple again. My parents met in Idaho at Northwest Nazarene University. They dated, they got married, they moved to Mukilteo here in Washington, and then moved again when they had me to Woodinville. And that's where I've lived ever since. So nothing special with those two stories, but we'll move on to the diversity wheel, or the, not diversity wheel, the privilege wheel, more like. Going through it, I'm age 18, I'm white, I'm a male, my ethnicity is white or European, gender male, physical abilities and qualities, ADHD. I don't really like the wording of this, because I wouldn't call it an ability, but I don't want to call it a disability either, at least at the level it's at in me. And then my sexual orientation is straight. Obviously the stars are the areas that I'm privileged in. And I kind of just want to go through the two little pieces of pie that have most impacted my life. And that would be my race, being white, and my sexual orientation, being straight. First, my race, that's very much been a topic for me since like the BLM protests, like mid 2020. In my friend group, my main friend group, I'm like the only white person, so that area of, that topic, like I said, was very brought up. It was brought up a lot, and it was very focused on. And I learned a lot from my friends because we talk a lot, and all this stuff is a very prominent thing in my friend group, and I actually really appreciate that, because like I said, it taught me a lot. And then my sexual orientation, being straight, as a kid, looking at me, I'm not a very masculine person, which I'm fine with. I live with that, and that's totally okay. But as a kid, I used to be made fun of for being gay. Obviously I'm not, but because of the way I spoke, the things that I said, the people I hung out with, people did not think I was straight, and I got bullied for that. And I'm actually kind of glad I got bullied for that, because it pushed me to where I am today, and I'm pretty happy with where I am today. But that's about it. So thanks for tuning in, I guess.